6 years ago, Grant Morgan came to Arkansas as a walk-on. Fellow linebacker Hayden Henry has had a front row seat to his rise to greatness.
He came here as a walk-on, but he knew mentally that he was better than what other people were saying he was, right? Everyone was putting a label on him, and he knew that he was the only one that could label himself. He knew what he was worth. And, you know, over 4 or 5 years, he went from a walk-on to an All-American.
Grant saw his first action as a redshirt freshman, but didn't become a full-time starter until last season, Sam Pittman's first season. Coach was surprised that his first-team linebacker was a walk-on.
Certainly was a surprise, but it also shows you that we don't always know what we're going to get because we can't measure the heart, and he has a huge one.
Bumper Poole has started alongside Grant for the past 2 seasons.
He comes in every single day. He'll write down goals for each and every day. And he just goes and sets the goal, and then he goes and accomplishes it.
Grant's contribution to this team goes way beyond his stats. Listen to Coach Pittman talk about Grant Morgan, the leader.
Everybody looks up to him. Everybody looks to him when times are good and when times are tough. And he always comes through. I mean, just a wonderful, wonderful guy.
He does such a great job about making sure that everyone on the team feels they have a role. He challenges people every single day. And he's very caring. I mean, he goes off and does above and beyond what a teammate should do. He makes sure that everyone's taken care of, reaches out to a teammate that's in need. Just an ultimate, a great person.
The thing that comes in my mind is how genuine of a man that he is and how much he cares about others and how much he cares about the University of Arkansas.
All-conference and All-American honors as a junior, Grant has had another incredible season. One that his teammates and coach hope includes winning the Burlsworth Trophy.
Grant Morgan is the definition of this award. He came in as a walk-on, proved every single person wrong, and continues to do so every single day he's on the field.
Being that the trophy's named after a guy that was once a Razorback, I mean, it would mean the world to us. And this state's a very proud state and very blue-collar, and I think that's Grant Morgan as well.
It's personal to him. Brandon Burlsworth's story here is strong and should be in the state of Arkansas. I think it means everything to our state, and I think it'd mean everything to Grant and his family, and it'd mean a lot to me too.
Please welcome Burlsworth Award finalist Grant Morgan of the University of Arkansas.
I think you've got home field advantage.
Yeah, thank y'all for all coming out, too. Go Hogs.
So, Grant, you also grew up in the state of Arkansas. Did you always want to be a Razorback?
Yeah, I can say, seeing my brother go there and play there, I really didn't think I could ever see myself playing anywhere else. We moved here and went to Greenwood, and all we knew and all we saw around us was University of Arkansas. And to be able to say now that I'm living out a dream that I knew I didn't want to play anywhere else, and this is what I'm doing, and I can just say I'm in it in the greatest way I can.
Did you know before you came to campus anything about Brandon Burlsworth?
I actually didn't. I didn't know about it, and then my redshirt year, we went, and you could see his name all over our, when we go into our meeting room, go in our hallways, we see his name. And the thing about it is you see his name as the NFL side, and then you see him as the walk-on side, and the walk-on side so much bigger. And I just think that just shows right there of how much Brandon Burlsworth means to Arkansas. And when we heard his story and we all went and saw the movie as a team, I think it just showed that he means so much more to Arkansas than people imagine.
This award started in 2010, and you were the first candidate ever from the University of Arkansas. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot to be able to say, like, I'm setting a stone that for University of Arkansas and setting a standard that any walk-on can do it. It doesn't matter where you're from, but to be able to say I'm from the University of Arkansas doing it and kind of knowing I can be in the same kind of path that Brandon Burlsworth was, and he set a foundation for us all, and to be able to say I'm playing in the same place he did and doing it on the same field, it really does mean a lot to me.
Now, you have a unique opportunity. There aren't many sixth-year seniors out there. Why did you decide to come back for a sixth year?
Honestly, I have no clue. I have no clue. No, I'll tell you right now why. It's the guy sitting right over there. Coach Pittman, if I didn't have any other head coach, if it's Coach Pittman, I was coming back. And so the way it kind of went down is I saw exactly what type of team we had and saw what type of guys we had and what coaching staff we had. If it was any other circumstance, I wouldn't have came back. But I knew what we could do, and I knew that we went out this year and did it. Someone asked me earlier, do you think a year ago would you have said, oh, you guys are going to be able to play in the Outback? And I said, heck yeah. Like, we're going to play in there, and we're going to win, and we're going to do it. And just like we did this year, we're going to win. And we did it at a high class all year. And so, because that's University of Arkansas. We want to be the best program in the nation. We're not satisfied with being able to say last year we could have done this. When we came back and when I decided to say, hey, we're going to play football, we're going to play it at a high level, and that's what we've done this year. And I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm glad I came back. That's the best decision I ever made other than marrying my wife. So I'm glad I came back.
Okay, so you played on a couple teams that didn't win a conference game. And then last year you won 3. What did you see to think that you could be as successful as you are this year?
What I saw was genuineness throughout the program. Everyone wanted to be there, and it wasn't a fake. It wasn't a fake little character value that people thought they had. We have guys on this football team that love football. We have guys on this football team who love Arkansas, and we have coaches that love Arkansas and want to be there more than anybody else. We don't want someone to say this is a stepping stone program. We want someone to say this is the best program in the nation because that's what it can be. So that's what I saw. That's what I embodied. That's what I felt like we needed. We're University of Arkansas, and I know there's a lot of other named logos, but I think this is the best logo you can have in the nation.
There's the home field advantage again. Okay, you said the best decision you made was to marry your wife. It's unusual to play 2 years of college football while you're married, and you're getting an undergraduate and a graduate degree. How have you managed that?
A lot of help. A lot of people in my corner helping me out. She's probably helped me with my degrees, telling me I need to do more than what I do. So I have both my master's and my undergrad, and she's making me now, still today, I'm taking random classes that I don't have to get to play football, and she's making me do that like it's my master's, like I'm going to sign a doctorate right now. I've managed it with a lot of help. It's a lot of hard work, it really is. Just to be able to say that I've been able to do something like Brandon. Brandon played in games with his master's in his pocket, and it definitely, it made me want to work for it. It made me see that he could do that and be able to be successful on and off the field and not put limits on himself. So that's exactly what I did. I said, why can't you go try to be a doctor? Why can't you go try to play in the NFL? Obviously, somebody here like Brandon has done that, and he's done it at the University of Arkansas. Don't put limits on yourself like Brandon did. He didn't put limits on himself. He went out there and he didn't like when other people told him what to do. I don't like when people don't say I can't do something. That's not something that's in us. That's not something in the two guys sitting next to me. They don't like if people tell them they can't do something. They just want to go prove them wrong. So that's what as walk-ons we embody, and that's exactly how I've kind of went about it.
Your degrees, to an average person, you'd think they don't line up. Kinesiology and operations. How are you putting those together for a career after football?
So I got my undergrad in pre-med kinesiology and wanted to go to med school, wanted to be a doctor. I got it in 3 years, so I knew I'd have a chance to get a master's. With that, I wanted to be able to either own my own private practice, so I needed to kind of have a business background or something to do with operations. So I thought maybe I could do operations management. So my end goal in life, no matter what, if I played 20 years in the NFL or one, my end goal in life is to start and own my own research hospital. I want to be able to do that no matter what my path of life is. I want to be able to help my hand in some type of way to be able to start my own research hospital and to be able to kind of step out of the normal realm that I've been able to do. So I'm excited for that. I think that is a goal. It's long right now, far away right now, but it's definitely something I'll be working for the rest of my life for.
And when did you get this urge to go into the medical field?
I've always thought maybe I need to be able to step up and do the best thing that I can to help others. My dad is in the medical field right now, and so for me, I've always kind of been around it. I have a lot of family members, but I've always just wanted to try to be the best in anything that I did and wanted to be able to say I can do multiple things and be the best at them. So that was just one of the reasons I thought I could do it, and don't anybody in here tell me I can't, because I can't wait to prove you wrong.
Very Good. Okay, so if there was a high school senior sitting out there and he's weighing his college choices and he's got some smaller school offers or the school of his dreams, what would you tell him?
I'd say follow your heart. Don't listen to anybody else. It's your decision. It's a very hard decision. There's many people that have been in your shoes, and no matter what you choose, if it's to go to this school or to not play at all, if you do it with all your heart, no matter what happens in the time being, you're going to be successful. If you give in and you say, maybe this isn't for me halfway through, if you decide to go another route, give it your all, you're going to be successful. And you're seeing 3 examples of it tonight, all 3 of us being successful. They've all given it our all. We've all given it our all. No matter what you do, if you give it your all and try to be the best at exactly what you're trying to do, you'll be successful.
It's what Grant Morgan's done. Ladies and gentlemen, Grant Morgan, University of Arkansas.